Hi, this is Shannah. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to take a look into what's next in your career. So we have three piles to choose from. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take your time to choose your pile, and I will see you in a couple of moments. So if you chose pile number 3 with the heart and the wings, and the angel wings. I hope you can see it. This is your reading. Put it here to the side. Now, what's next in your career? Pile number 1. Did I say pile number 3? I meant pile number 1. Sorry, this time I started with pile number 3 and now I'm doing yours. So, pile number 1. What's next in your career? What's really interesting is the first two cards we have here. We have the Lovers and the 10 of Pentacles. So this seems to be like a family situation. It could be that you have a family business, or you like to work with your partner as well, or you're working with your partner. Now, the thing is, the Lovers is all about decision, actually. That's the primary meaning of the Lovers, is a decision. And I asked, because this is the main theme, this decision or working with a partner, for some of you, that would be also the case. What is this about? Then the card that I had, or that I got, sorry, it's a healer. You have the spiritual gift of healing and also the wish of sharing it with other people. Now, with this healing, this could be first that you're a healer, that you're a doctor, a physician, could also be a pharmacy for some of you, could be spiritual healer, could be medium healer, could be curandero, could be shaman, for instance, could be there are many kinds of healing, could be counselor as well, psychological healing. So it could go in many facets. So take it as it makes sense for you. And so it could be that you would like to become a healer, or that you would like to work as a healer. Could be a nutritionist for some of you as well, or there's another name for it, but now I forgot, but something to do with plants and herbal medicine and so on. So what I was trying to say, so this is the main theme, and it could be that you want to work full-time in this direction, that you want to help other people, you want to be of service, you want to be there for others. But there's something stopping you, and here we have then the 10 of Pentacles. This is what crosses it. And I asked then, what is this exactly? Then we got the card freedom. You are free to do whatever you decide to do. And I think this is the feeling that you don't have. You don't feel that you are free to do whatever you want to do, because there may be family responsibilities, there may be social responsibilities, there may be tasks, burdens, whatever, that still keep you from going that way. And here with this family card, I also got that, maybe you don't have enough money in order to be independent, in order to start your own business, or just to to start building like your client network. Or this could also be that there's some subjects from your childhood, from your family, of being accepted, or even issues of self-worth that aren't met yet. And why am I saying this? I will show you in a couple of cards why I'm saying this. So it could be there are some issues still that still have to be resolved, or that are still blocking you from going ahead and doing what you want to do. Of course, this doesn't have to be just specific for healing. This could be for any kind of dream you may have, or objective or goal in your life. This is like many of you, this will be one of the main subjects. Now, it's what I feel here also is like you want to change direction. It could also be that you've been leading a very comfortable life, with some with the financial security. And this, you build this nest around you, and which is beautiful and great. There's no criticism here, but this seems to be keeping you from taking that plunge, from taking that risk. And this is something that you have to decide. For some of you, of course, this is something that you would like to have a partner. You would like to build this empire with someone special. Right, moving on. So this is what you'd like to achieve. This is like your aim. You would like to be financially independent. You would like to be a master. You would like to be a boss. This is the Queen of Pentacles, ladies and gentlemen. She's always taken or seen as the nurturer, as the mother. All queens are mothers. All queens are nurturing. But of course, because this is earth energy, so it's really nurturing and really matriarchal, like almost tribal kind of energy. But she's the boss, she's the matriarch. Okay, so she's the boss. Even if we take it now to a more like industrial or developed society, like she will be the boss of our company, of the office, of the kitchen. It doesn't matter where she works, she will be the boss. She'll be the one who says what has to be done, and she'll be giving orders to everyone around. And this is what you want to be. So what I get here, because she's also, the queen of money, so to say, you may want to be self-employed, or you want to feel secure. That when you work, when you decide to take that risk for something that is worth it in a very like financial level. Yeah. So, and you want to be that successful, that financially successful woman, that career successful woman. This is what you want to be. And because I think pile number one, you need money in order to feel at peace. Because look at her. She has that giant coin, golden coin in her hand, and she's at peace. And this is something that you need. And again, there's no judgment, because we live in a material world, right? So we need money in order to have our security, to have our things, to have, even the simplest commodities. You need money, and you want to feel secure, and you need that. Maybe you are a Taurian or a Capricorn or what's the other one? Help me. A Virgo. And these signs, they need that that material security. So there's nothing bad about it. It's something that you need, and why shouldn't you have it? Of course. And the thing is, because you connect then both the spiritual and the material. And one thing that I want to say for those who don't know the signs, that well, because the Taurians or earth signs are often seen as just being very materialistic because they're earth signs. But for instance, Taurus, and that's what the energy I'm getting here with the Queen of Pentacles, is really the manifester. Taurus manifests into matter spiritual energy. So you need that in order to bring the spiritual world, into the physical world. You need an energy that manifests it, and that's the Taurian energy, for instance, right? So they're all interconnected. It's not one is better than the other. It's all an expression of everything. Now, but the thing is, you also know, then we have the Seven of Pentacles. This is waiting. You have to be patient. Do you want to be patient? Probably not, right? But okay, good things take time, and I have to plant the seeds. I have to do this right. You really want to do this right. You want to, you don't want to just run into it and somehow learning by doing, somehow I get it. No, you take this very, very seriously. You take your wish, you take your vision, your project, your goal very, very seriously. And so you want it to be just right. So you really don't mind, although you may be a bit impatient sometimes, but actually you don't mind that it takes time to grow. It's also like you're growing with it. You want to grow. You want to be the best healer. You want to be the best at whatever you're wishing for. You want to be well prepared, well organized. You want to be a master at what you do and not second guess yourself at every corner. Okay, so this is a very stable energy because it's like pentacles, 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 and then we have the lovers. So this is mostly very, very stable energy, and this is what you want to achieve: stability at all levels. But then we have now the recent past is the Three of Swords. So you're undergoing like a major healing. And it's like, it's funny because in order to become a healer, especially a spiritual healer, you have to go through pain. It's like you have to understand other people. You have to go through their experiences. Okay. And I think you've undergone a lot of painful experiences, and I think you're still healing from one. It's like, I feel here someone really double-crossed you. Someone really, how you say it? Betrayed your trust in the worst of manners. You know, this is really pain. This is not just something, I was upset. No, this is really painful. Someone did you something really horrible. Could be in love, could be in friendship, could be in business. It doesn't matter. But someone really betrayed you. And we see here, because here with the tower, and this is you, this represents you. So you're still undergoing this tower moment. You're still shook. You're still under shock. So maybe some of you may even have or be dealing with PTSD, post-traumatic stress. Okay. And but now, so the future energy, and you're already like transmuting this energy. It's you being on top of your game. Is you really cutting off every energy that doesn't serve you, be it friendships, be it colleagues, be it states of mind, be it illusions. You're cutting off everything. You want to have a clear picture. This is what you're working on clarity, on calling things by name, so that you can come up with a strategy. Because for me, like here, the Queen of Swords is giving me the vibes of Pallas Athena, of the goddess Athena. And Athena is the strategist, right? The war strategist. And this is you right now. It's like you've undergone a war. Someone played you dirty, you know, and it's a horrible feeling. So much so that you're still under shock. You're still here. This really, someone shook your foundations in a very evil way. For many of you, this will be true, okay? But this already passed. It's not going to happen again. It's okay. And now you're really cutting everything that doesn't serve you, everything that betrays you, everything that made you feel bad or insecure or less than. You're cutting everything. And you're starting a new life. You're really like here looking, envisioning a new future and new possibilities for you. It's like you clear the air, you cleared off the fog, right? So that now you can see clearly. I'm getting that song, I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. And this is you, okay? Now here with the Tower and the Devil, these cards are heavy, really heavy, but they're really good because the Tower is also a Tower moment for the Devil. And the Devil is your patterns and people around you, because this card is also how the world sees you and how the world around you acts. And you're really differentiating, you're really looking here also with the Queen of Swords energy, looking to people and seeing, okay, is this the reenactment of an old pattern of mine? You know, am I creating this in order to hurt myself so I wake up? I hope that makes sense. And you really like calling things by name. And you can see, okay, is this in my favor or against me? Is this person good for me or not so good for me? Is this situation good for me? Is this job good for me? And you're really differentiating this. And it's also like here the Devil is also your comfort zone, right? And you may be too much in your comfort zone. You may be kind of rocking yourself into a false sense of safety, because it may feel safe, but it's taking you away from your path. This is very important. You know, some things that feel safe are actually taking you away from your path. And this is your realization, you know, of where you are right now. You are like assessing where you are right now so you can move forward in a more positive way. And you're really afraid that, you know, that you get confused, that you cannot sort out the illusions, that you cannot sort out the options. And it can even be that many of you here with the Seven of Cups, that you have many talents. You're not just a healer, right? You are someone who can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. This is also the vibe I'm getting. You can do anything you want if you put your mind but you're afraid that you cannot decide. You're afraid that you get lost in all these possibilities and all these talents, and you're afraid of that you just get lost in the process. So your future here, because this is the outcome card, is you. Okay, I'll try to say the sentence that I'm getting is you getting a grip of yourself and of your life. You getting control again of your life. You are getting control over your inner demons, over your inner voices that put you down, the naysayers inside your mind. You getting control over them. You going back to your inner innocence, to all these beautiful seeds that want to grow, and you giving them a chance to grow, because you're actually cutting out the weeds. You know, you're taking out the weeds of your garden so that the tree can grow and bloom the way it should. Wow. Okay, that's a good analogy. Because if you have here, again, here with the Ace of Swords, we have here the clarity is coming in. Ideas, clarity is really, you're going in the right direction. And this is a new beginning for you. So there's a lot of healing that's, you're undergoing a lot of healing right now, and a lot of new perceptions of yourself and your surroundings and of your life. But you're having a new start, and it's bringing you back to your path, to what you always wanted to do. Yeah, there's still some confusion here that you still have to deal with, but there you go, your new beginning. You can do it. Yeah, and here we have also a bit of healing. But you need this time for yourself. You need this healing, because things will become clearer. And don't be afraid, it's not going to take much longer. It's not. You'll be able to do this. Yeah. Because the Swords energy doesn't take very long, okay? But this change is epic, and it's going to change your life, your perspective of life and others and of yourself. But you'll become stronger. You'll come out stronger. Yeah, you're leaving old habits behind you, like the feeling of not being good enough. And actually, a part of you is just waiting for the right opportunity, for your right state of mind in order to proceed and fulfill your dreams, because you have a lot to do still. There's so much that you want to do, but this hurt or these patterns are still blocking you. But yeah, what's next is you getting rid of all of this, because it's like you have a higher calling. Pile number one, you have a higher calling. This went very deep. This went very like psychological, but I hope it helps. I hope this gives you some clarity, and I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2 with the angel's wing, I hope you can see it. Yeah, this is your reading. And exactly, I think this angel's wing has a lot to do with your reading. It's quite interesting. Why, we're going to find out. So what's next in your career? Well, at first it's like what's starting, what the theme is here, a bit of a conflict. There's a lot of competition here with the Five of Wands. There's a conflict here, and there's a lot of worry as well. So there's a lot of this unrested energy, you know, like there's a lot of ideas, but there's a lot of insecurity as well. And when I took a card from another oracle just to know, okay, what is the theme exactly here? We have speak to your angels or talk to your angels. Instead of worrying yourself, you just ask for divine guidance. And I think there's a lot of worry here. And this card is actually asking you to trust. But it's a bit difficult for you to trust because the conditions around you seem to be a bit threatening. It's like you are seeing things, or you are being told a harsh reality. And no matter in what field that may be, where you are. But the strongest feeling that I have here, and please do take it as it resonates for you, is that some of you may be afraid of being fired, or you know, of being cut, you know, like, you know, here we have the Queen of Swords cutting someone's head. So you're afraid of your project being cut off, or your budget being cut off. There's something here that you're afraid of not getting, or afraid of losing. And this, you know, puts you in a very defensive state of mind, and in a very insecure state of mind. And this is for you very troublesome. I asked, okay, what's the theme here? Well, I got two cards. So one is music, and say your connection to music heals you and also others. And then we have a study. Reading, researching, and learning help you to gain more self-confidence and clarity when it comes to your career. So it can be that this situation is forcing you either to make a choice, because for me, the Queen of Swords is also, you know, calling things by name and making choices, because she cuts, you know, she makes choices, and she cuts illusions from reality. So for instance, some of you, you'd like to be musicians, but the cards are then telling you, well, for you to follow that dream, there's nothing against it, but you should learn it more. Or there's a career concerning music that would be probably more adequate. Whatever it is, there's something here about music for many of you that you should deepen your knowledge. Yeah, you should get more knowledge on this theme. You know, you better become a better singer, a better instrument player, a better music writer, accompanist, and so on. Because we can always get better. Even if you're very talented, even if you have the most beautiful voice in the world, you can always get better. And with the show here, that there's so much competition. It's like here with this Queen of Swords, it's really like a reality check. And you finding out like, okay, what can I do in order to be successful, in order to be unique as well? So your career path doesn't have to be music. If it's not, you know, take it as it resonates, but that's the cards I got in this case. But I really have the feeling is like you have to stand out from the crowd, or that's the feeling that you have. And you're someone who's really passionate. You really want to be successful. You're very ambitious. You're very goal-oriented. You're very determined. But there's something here that is almost like self-sabotage. There's something that's always, bringing you down. And it could be that this is like, this is the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is this abrupt ending, or bringing something, to a definite ending. Cleaning the table, so to say, making tabula rasa. So really starting from the beginning, cleaning the slate. Yeah, clean slate. And this is also can be very good. So it could be that many of you, I hope this makes sense, can be confronted with the loss of a job. Not many of you, just some of you. and you feel like that's catastrophic, but it's not. It's like the cards are telling you, this will actually give you more energy. This will give you more passion. This will give you the time and the direction you've been waiting for. So it's like a blessing in disguise, something that is happening right now in your career, something that seems to be very negative, and you may despair at first, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. This is what the cards are trying to tell you. Because until now, you're actually, it's like until now you had the feeling that you were living the life, that you were doing the right thing, that everything was going your way. But I'll take this just so. This is the recent past. This is the recent future. So this is like what's already happening, what's already in motion. And that's why we have the Queen of Swords. That's something now that's tumbling down. And it's like what seemed to be really wonderful didn't have a sound foundation. And this is the role of the Tower. This is like a very Saturnian energy. It brings it down. If it doesn't stand, if the foundations aren't right, it brings you down. And again, this seems terrible. And at first it will scare you. But this is a blessing in disguise, because it will give you the drive to really go after what you really want. And what you want, funnily enough, is what pile 3 also wants, because I started with pile 3 this time. I started recording pile 3. And this is really interesting and this is how you see yourself. It's funny that, because you think everything is fine. You think that you're very relaxed. Things are easy. You want things to be easy, to be fun, to be careless, to be carefree, not careless, carefree. But you're being also, that makes you careless. So there was no coincidence. Something here is like, this is a wake-up call. Because it could be, for instance, that you have your dreams, you have your ambitions, but you got too comfortable. You know what I mean? You just, living a good life, being carefree, and you got too comfortable. But there's somewhere you want to be. There's something you have to achieve, but you have to do more. You have to apply yourself more to get there. And this is no criticism on you, because we all do this. We all get comfortable. There are some people who don't, and we don't like them. I'm kidding. No, we all tend to get comfortable sooner or later, but life finds a way, to kick us in order to wake us up. Yeah, so we can continue our path. And this is what's happening to you, pile number 2. So this is not bad. It will seem worse than it really is. And it's like you will then have to get up. And we have here, this is the King of Wands. He says Knight, but this deck is a bit different. The Prince of Swords is the Knight of Swords. So this fright, so to say, will get you up and running and fighting for what is really yours, and puts you back on your path. Because how do I know what you want? You want this one. You want success. You want the 6 of Wands. This is what you dream about, right? But it's time to stop dreaming and acting on it. And this will be the kick for you to start acting, for you to continue your path. Because this doesn't mean that you have been lazy. I don't think you have. Doesn't mean that you haven't done anything in that direction. I don't think that's the case. I don't think you're lazy at all. I just think that you're getting too comfortable in one direction, and that's not just it. It's like life telling you there's a lot more for you out there. There's a lot of more possibilities. There's a lot of more success, of happiness for you. There's a wider horizon for you. And you know that. You kind of really feel that. So what's going to happen next is like a wake-up call, but it's not going to be that tragic. It's really just life waking you up, and you will continue your path. And here with the Ace of Wands, it's like, whew, you'll be again full of passion, full of life, full of energy to move forward, and this will bring you to a very, very nice energy. Now, here bottom of the deck, we have death. Again, this is death and transformation. So something you were used to and you were getting really comfortable in is changing, is coming to an end. And then we have the lovers. This will force you to make a decision, you know, and this, because it's the lovers, is a major decision. Which direction should your life go? And of course, there's some confusion at first because it kicks you, you know, gets you off your comfort zone, and we get upset about it when it happens. Of course we do, but it's really an eye opener, and this is fantastic. And then you'll get on your way, and you get to follow the dream of your childhood. You know, maybe for many of you, music was your childhood's dream, and now you get back on track and things start moving forward here with the Eight of Wands. So things will be great. It's just at first it will scare you a bit, but it's supposed to be scary. So, you know, you get back on track and you can follow the calling. And then for a while, you know, you may feel that you're just flying with just one wing and you feel hurt, but it's really a blessing in disguise. I cannot stress that enough. It's going to be a wonderful future for you. What's coming up is like a little scare, and you'll be back on track and achieving great things. So pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 3 with the clover, and this one here, which name I totally forgot, with these 2 charms, this is your reading. Now, what's next in your career? Pile number 3. Now, the main theme here, it's you are wishing on doing something artistic, on doing something that you really like, something that is really fun for you, something that really expresses who you are. You want to do something that is fun, that is lighthearted, but there's something specific that you want to do. Like I said, something like of expression, creative. And I got here a card for what this could be, and we have here author. It's saying you have a book in your inner self that would like to be expressed, and take time to write it. Now, crossing it, we have then the card of the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is a card of safety, of being established. It's also a card representing the establishment. So it could be that you cannot just work for your dream. You maybe have to have a day job. You have to work for the establishment. You cannot be just an author or just a creator. It doesn't have to be a book. It could be any kind of content. But many of you, from what we got here, you will be writers. You'll write content. You create content, be it in the form of a book, of a play, of a story, of articles, of opinions, whatever the case may be. For many of you, that will be like writing. And but you still have to work. You still have to pay your bills. You still have to be, have the financial safety. And that's the thing here. I also got the card here for this one, and it says you are safe and you are supported while you are changing your job. So many of you are wanting to change jobs. They are wanting to pursue your dream, to pursue your vision or your project full time. And but you're just afraid that that's not viable financially. That's not an option when it comes to paying bills and so on. So that's why it crosses it, right? But in your mind, so your dream is very clear. You want to create. You have this idea within you. You are full of ideas. You're very creative at the moment. It's just bubbling, and you just want to put them into reality, just want to express them. But the thing is, this card reminds me a bit of the Fool card. And it's like, not in the sense that it's a bit naive. You don't know exactly in what direction you're going. And you're just happy-go-lucky, and you think, okay, everything will go out fine. But deep inside, there's a struggle. On one hand, you're like daydreaming, and so you're already doing it, and you're already putting your ideas onto paper or onto your computer, whatever the case. But you're not really daring to change. You're not really daring to take that step, and which is okay, because you have to pay your bills, right? So until now, in the recent past, you were full of energy. This is the Knight of Wands. You're just, charging ahead. I'm going to do it. You're full of stamina. You're full of determination. And there was a lot of energy. And but now in the near future, what we have here is like you're surrendering into the process. It's like, because this here with the finances, this is really like a reality check. And you have a lot of passion, you have a lot of ideas, which is wonderful. But this is where the struggle is like the reality check. So now you have the idea. Some of you have already started publishing or already sending your work to publishers, or you're applying for the job of your dreams. You're already being active, but you're putting it more or less like in the hands of God. You're more in the receiving modus. So this is like the future energy, so the recent future energy. And you're seeing yourself, you're trying to be patient, but for you, think like everything is like in this slow burn right now. It's like it's not fast enough, and you want to see results. But what other people are seeing, how the world is seeing you, is you creating your own reality in a very positive sense. They see you as a go-getter. They see you as someone who has an idea and starts working on it and gets things done. But your fear is that this waiting, it's just too long, that you get stuck. That's why I'm saying that you're impatient here, because your fear is the Four of Cups, that nothing happens, that it stands still, and you just get caught up in the process and you don't get to move forward. This is your fear. This is not what's going to happen. This is what you fear, because at the moment now, the only thing that you can do is wait. And right at the end, that this is the outcome, then we have the Star. So the Star, this is also a wish come true. This is also a card of happy endings and of healing, but it also of telling you to keep your vision. It will come true. It's a card telling you to hang in there. So what's next in your career is being patient, being really patient, hanging in there. You have the right ideas, you have the right energy, you have the right passion. So cards are actually telling you, put it in the hands of God. And if you haven't applied yet, start doing at your own time how you feel it's right. Because here the Queen of Cups is also the feeling of, listening to your own intuition, listening to your own rhythm, listening to your own wisdom. But it can be also that for some of you, a woman is going to play a part here. There's a woman that's going to help you, a woman that's going to see your talent, your potential, and is going to support you, is going to lead you in the right direction, and even probably introducing you to the right people, right? And here, bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. So this is really a period of waiting. So hanging there, really, literally, because things will go better, will get better. Because afterwards, on the bottom, we have then King of Cups, and then the Fool. There will be a new start. So hanging there, everything. Then we have the Nine of Coins. That's the financial success. So what's next is waiting, is staying positive, putting in the hands of God. You're already already done a lot. You're going in the right direction. If things seem to slow down, it's because they need to slow down at this moment, because the pieces are falling into place. But success and good results are coming your way. So pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you.